Ever since she came on tour in 1994, Michelle Feldman had to make her one of PWBA's best, impressing the bowling world with the most powerful release in women's bowling and endless potential. But youth and inexperience stood in her way. Her successes have been limited until now. In 2000, Feldman is harnessing that power and looks for her second title in 3 weeks in the Omaha Open next. Tonight's opener features Lynda Barnes qualifying 5th, Anne-Marie Duggan in the 4th position, and Leanne Barrette qualifying number 3. The winner will take on the number 2 seed Cheryl Daniels, and the survivor of that match will face the hot hand of Michelle Feldman for the title. For the 7th consecutive year, we welcome you to Maplewood Lanes in Omaha, Nebraska for the finals of the Omaha Open. Hi everyone, I'm Jan Schmidt along with the defending champ this week, my partner Lisa Wagner. And Lisa, you made a run for a while, qualifying 8th.
But there'll be no defense of a title this year. I had a roller coaster ride in match play after the qualifying rounds. I just bowled so badly in the 5th round, I was disgusted. Went back to the drawing board, changed from 5 steps to 4. It fixed my timing, then I shot about almost 300 over.
So watch out for Lisa Wagner next week. And the lady that everyone should be watching out for, she's making her 5th telecast out of 7 events, top seed Michelle Feldman.
Well, that's right. Michelle is definitely the most powerful player on our tour. You know, in my opinion, I think she could be the next Mark McGuire of baseball, the next Tiger Woods of golf. We all know him, the great Walter Ray Williams of the PBA Tour. She is maturing. An example of that, 2 weeks ago, she got behind in the match. She could have given it away. She didn't. She took home the title.
Well, she may have a big battle tonight because as the players were warming up, Michelle stepped on some tape or something on the approach, fell, and she's injured herself pretty badly.
Well, yes, she did. Her knee is swelling up pretty badly right now, but what's worse is the thumb on her bowling hand. I don't know if she's going to be able to bowl.
Wow. Well, we'll wait and see. It'll be a fight if she can. Another lady who's been fighting all week as well as for the last year and a half, making just 2 shows during that time period, is Anne-Marie Duggan.
Well, let me give you a stat that could be just a little bit hard to handle. Anne-Marie has 7 sixth-place finishes in the last year, 2 of them this year. And there, you know, we all know there's only room for 5. But on that 1,400-mile drive from Reno, she had a lot of time to think about it. Said, just give me one more chance. No 6th place in Omaha.
Well, she won't be 6th. We'll see where she will finish in just a moment. We're ready for the first match. Anne-Marie will be joined by Leanne Barrette and Lynda Barnes. Big crowd on hand here at Maplewood Lanes. Players shaking hands. And it looks like Leanne Barrette is going to start this match. She qualified 3rd. It's Leanne's decision whether to start bowl 2nd or 3rd. She chose to start.
Well, knowing Leanne, I got to feel that she's probably starting first so she can finish first. She wants to get on the lanes and get it out of the way. So if she can shut somebody out, she wants to be able to go do it first.
That's a good way to start, to shut somebody out. Open up with a strike. Anne-Marie Duggan is bowling 2nd. Big strike for Anne-Marie Duggan, and it looks like Lynda Barnes is going to be the 3rd one in the group to bowl. The players have until the end of warm-up to decide what order they're going to bowl in, so sometimes it's a last-minute decision out there where they're going to bowl. Ooh, rocking a 7-pin, it didn't go down. But the 3rd place qualifier gets first choice, 4th place second choice, and 5th place bowls where they tell you to go.
Right, you know, and they probably were jockeying around with positions because they got a little bit of added warm-up time tonight and figured, you know, hey, I like this lane a little bit.
Going high with a 3-6. That added warm-up time happened because of Michelle Feldman's injury, and we were trying to see if she's going to be able to bowl, which it's still undetermined. Lynda covers the spare. Leanne Barrette's in her second consecutive show. She made the show last week at the Queens, bowled very well. She said she bowled like the best match she's bowled on TV, and she lost.
Well, she said she couldn't believe she lost. She bowled so well. At the end of the match, she was, well, hey, I'm going home. Why? I bowled great.
Yeah, take a deep breath there, Leanne. Just caught the side of the 3-pin on the spare. 222 average this week for Anne-Marie Duggan. Half 10-pin. I know Anne-Marie wants to say hello to Pat. He's home training a spinner, their new horse. That's her husband, Pat Duggan.
They've got a lot of room out there at their house, and it's a perfect thing for them. They said that he's home training it so they can ride it.
Oh,
look at that spare ball.
Yeah, look at that. What sport? What sport are we in?
Are we playing bowling or soccer?
Lynda, meanwhile, leaving a 4-9 on a good shot. Bad break for Lynda Barnes.
Well, she's got to get the ball to the left of the 4-pin here, slide it into the 9.
Ooh, not enough. And for the 5th year in a row, the PWBA is headed to Terre Haute Bowling Center for the Clabber Girl Greater Terre Haute Open June 11th through the 15th. 5 Pro-Am squads start Sunday, June 11th. Contact Rick Braden at 812-238-2911 for more Pro-Am and tournament information. Third frame, Leanne Barrette and Anne-Marie Duggan all even. Lynda Barnes trails by 13 pins. And she likes lane 25. Great shot for Leanne.
That's right. Well, she won here in Omaha in '97. So we know that she likes this house. She's comfortable here, and and having that good performance last week has got to help.
She's made the show here a lot, that being Leanne Barrette. Anne-Marie Duggan now up in the 3rd, needs to strike to stay all even.
No, going high, leaving a 6-10. She's going to go back to that spare ball that we just saw her use. Going to cut down the hook and go right at it.
Lynda Barnes in the 3rd frame, working on that open, that 4-9.
Boy, Lynda is such a smooth player, isn't she?
Yes.
Just about put a glass of water on her head and she wouldn't spill a drop.
That spare ball again covers up the 6-10. So Leanne Barrette is in the lead. We'll be right back with the conclusion of match 1. What? International Bowling Congress, striving for 85 years to identify and fulfill the needs of women bowlers. And by MasterCard. There are some things in life money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. And we're back in the 8th frame of the first round here at the Omaha Open. Lynda Barnes in the lead by 32 pins, working on 5 strikes. She seems to have the best shot to the pocket, at least on lane 26.
Well, yeah, with the 5-bagger, she's pretty lined up on both. She's a little bit light on the left lane the last time, so let's see if that works on her or if she keeps it the same.
Meanwhile, Leanne Barrette and Anne-Marie Duggan both seem to have a good line to the pocket on 25, but 26 has been a problem.
Well, I think she figured it out there, but unfortunately a ring in 10.
Max score for Anne-Marie Duggan, 225 as she throws that shot in the 8th frame. Oh.
Well, that just took the max score way down. That was an unfortunate break.
Wow, tough break for Anne-Marie Duggan. Leanne Barrette shooting the 10-pin. Oh. Doesn't get much closer than that on a spare.
It doesn't. As it was falling off in the gutter, and you've seen the 7-10. There was so many left this week. Tons and tons of 7-10s left. I didn't see any made. There probably was because bowlers left quite a few.
Lynda Barnes max score 267. Again, working on 5 in a row.
Sit. A little quick there with the feet. A little quick, got ahead of the ball.
Going high, leaving the 6-10. but she is well in the lead. Leanne Barrette up in the 9th. Must set up a strike for any chance at all. Oh, 2 for 10.
Not to be.
Oh my.
Oh my. Oh, she was worried she chopped that, but did not. And there's Ted Bear of the Lancer hockey team, Omaha Lancers. Lynda Barnes shot the only 300 game this week, and Ted presented her with a check for $1,000 for that 300 game. It would have been split up had there been more 300s.
Right. We told Lynda dinner's on her.
Ah. Gave it a run, but not enough. Anne-Marie Duggan now up in the 9th. Oh, high again. Anne-Marie's dad out with her this week, Bob Pike. We were glad to have him here.
He's out quite a bit, but we haven't seen him lately a whole lot, so glad to see him out, looking good.
Sit.
I heard her say, stay.
Sit.
Sit.
Yeah,
Stay.
and it is doing just that.
Yes, it did.
Anne-Marie with a great performance this week, member of Storm Pro staff.
Yeah, I did too. I was jumping on
43-pin lead for Lynda Barnes. Leanne Barrette now up in the 10th, going to finish out. She is a member of Ebonite staff and has been doing a lot of work with her new boomer bags. She loves them. They're kind of fun for kids. There's some kids boomer bag leagues. So.
And she's so good with kids.
Yes.
She loves them, and she's great with them, and they listen to her, and she's good at coaching them. And as Anne-Marie is a good coach herself, she's a certified coach.
I think Anne-Marie's back. She's gotten through that struggle of that 6th place, and she's ready. There's a look at that boomer bag we talked about. Can't tell that's clear there. You can see right through to the bowling ball.
Yeah, kids like that.
There's the Anne-Marie we've watched all week bowling.
Well, I got a feeling she's probably just going to get back into this. I mean, she hasn't made a lot of shows recently, and she's used to making quite a few telecasts. So this, she's going to have this under her belt, and the more shows she makes, the better she's going to get.
Set up my thing for me.
A big finish for Anne-Marie Duggan. 3 strikes in the 10th. And Lynda Barnes survives to bowl another match, but first when we return, you'll get an up-close look at WIBC Performance Awards. To the Omaha Open and Maplewood Lanes in Omaha, Nebraska. A little bit earlier tonight, Sissy Bryant of WIBC presented Tiffany Stanbrow with a special award.
Tiffany, on behalf of the Professional Women's Bowling Association and the Women's International Bowling Congress, it's such a great honor to be able to present to you today the 1999 PWBA Rookie of the Year Award.
Thank you very much, Tiffany. This is a great honor for me. This award is voted on by the players, and it's just a great honor to know that I have the respect of them, and it's just a very exciting day. Thank you very much.
We're ready for the semifinal match. It'll be Lynda Barnes and Cheryl Daniels. Tiffany looked a little nervous on TV, even accepting an award there.
Well, with her talent, she better get used to it.
Yeah, she'll be accepting a few more things in her career. Lynda Barnes with the opening shot here of the semifinal match. Oh, 7-pin. Went down a little late.
You can see her laughing a little bit about that. When you leave a 5-pin, a lot of times have a kind of a bad connotation to it, but you know how I look at it? Easy spare.
That's a good way to look at it, as long as you don't do it too often.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, I want to make sure she picked that up after you said that. I was holding my breath, so everybody was up there.
No, Lynda's not going to miss that.
Cheryl Daniels' first show this year. 20 years she's been a pro.
Well, here's a look at Cheryl. She has a great, simple 5-step approach. Watch this push away right here. Now, here's where you want to, she has to be careful that she doesn't pull it back, because she has sometimes a little bit of a delay with that. She pulls it back, and it's going to force her to go through it a little bit too hard. It's a great reaction right there. You know, she is using a lot more speed this year. Said that she felt like she needed it and had to do it to pick up the pace a little bit.
Right, and she wanted to also, what she's been working on is helping her free up her arm swing too. That was a big key for her. But Cheryl told us that she looked at some of the players like Michelle, Carolyn Dorn-Ballard, Wendy, who have been bowling so well, and they've had a lot of speed. She felt she had to make that change.
Right, I mean, and that's not a bad thing to do for anybody in the bowling world. If there's somebody bowling good, hey, go watch them. Kind of compare yourself to them.
Again, a look at that first match score.
Set, Carrie.
Lynda's getting the ball to just sit right up.
She has a great reaction. Well, here's a look at Lynda. She's just very simple. Once again, there's just not a whole lot going to go wrong. And as we said before, it doesn't move very much. She's so smooth, just like glass. Look at that extension. Great knee bend, good extension. Always going to get good direction that way.
Carry it.
Ooh. And that one didn't sit and hold like she's been asking for most of the first match and this match so far.
Well, you know, I don't think she missed a lot left that time of her target. I think that ball just hooked a good bit, and she's probably going to have to start moving a little bit left. We're bowling on a wood surface this week, and it's going to tend to start hooking a little bit earlier than it would on synthetic or a different type of surface.
Cheryl now up in the third. She has 2 strikes. There's her career TV stats, 212 average, 34 and 46 career-wise on television. Yeah, 3 in a row for Cheryl, and she told us about some of her best moments, not as a bowler, but as a singer.
Well, one of my most exciting memories was I got to sing backup for Martha Reeves on Good Morning America. And she also did the favor and sang backup for one of my songs. And we actually bowled on TV, so it was really fun. We had a great time. And then another really nice moment was I got to sing the national anthem for the Detroit Shocks women's NBA game. So those are some of the really memorable moments, singing-wise.
Yeah, 10-pin in the 4th frame for Cheryl Daniels. Very talented in bowling and singing. There's a CD she has out called Dreams. It's wonderful. If there's any DJs listening, go out and get it.
You bet.
And play it.
She's great.
Yes, she is.
She makes the rest of us jealous.
She wants to be known as a singer-songwriter. She covers up the spare. We're in the semifinal match at Maplewood Lanes. We'll be back in just a moment. Match working on 2 strikes. She leads by 11, can take it to 21. Not going to happen. 10 pin.
No, flat 10. And you know, that 4-bagger by Lynda Barnes is, you know, works on you a little bit.
Sure
puts
does.
a little bit more pressure on you.
Lynda is right back in this match now.
Cheryl going to a spare ball here. She's good, like just about every pro here. She's going to use a spare ball, cut the hook down. You saw a nice, hard, straight at it. That's a real good lesson for all the bowlers out there watching. Good idea to carry a spare ball in your bag.
Well, Cheryl also been struggling with confidence in bed. As you see, she still leads by 10 pins. She did bowl well last week in the Queens, though. She said that helped her a lot. She was high qualifier, but was knocked out in the 3rd round, as sometimes happens in those 3-game matches.
Right back on it in the 8th frame. Saw the rack there.
Lynda Barnes stepping up in the 8th, working on 4 strikes. If she strikes here, the match is dead even. Match all even. There's some other finishers this week, and in 6th place, Kim Terrell. She made a run at back-to-back shows. Carolyn Doran-Ballard, along with Kathy Dorn, want to thank Morristown Memorial Hospital and Drs. Parr and Antonucci and their staff for their help with their dad, Big G. He's doing well.
Well, good to hear. In 12th place, Wendy McPherson, we saw her win in the Queens last week.
All even, Lynda Barnes can take the lead by 10 with a strike in the 9th frame.
Help me, help me.
Well, I got a feeling this is where that experience of Lynda Barnes is paying off. Just another great shot right here. You can see that extension that she gets. That gets the ball down the lane for 10 in the pit. Talking to it? Well, pretty calm right there for a big setup in the 9th frame.
Cheryl needs to answer. Oh.
Oh, we need to see a replay of that.
Oh. Wow.
We need to see a replay of that because you're just going to see the pins just fly all around the 9 pin. Watch this. Now, how did that not fall?
Oh. Wow.
Now, I just think, the ball had to have hit that.
And that was to stay even in the match.
Oh, my.
She needed the strike to stay even in the match.
Well, now she has a possible 238. That's going to force Lynda Barnes, if she can strike out, that's going to force Lynda Barnes to get the first strike.
Wow, what a horrible break for Cheryl Daniels. Down by 10 pins. Same thing that happened to Leanne Barrette last week in the telecast. She left 2 solid 9s like that. Lynda Barnes looking down.
She's giving that the eye. So don't you dare.
Well, I'm willing to bet that Cheryl will probably strike again.
I like to see that in players. I love to see that in players.
A little bit of fire.
Well, yeah, you leave a 9 pin like that in the 9th frame, you should be mad.
This is a big shot.
She got all that one, too. Made sure she stayed nice and low at the foul line.
And the Barnes looking on pin count. Very important on this shot. Has to strike.
Look at that. She got through that one great. You're going to see the 10 pin just slapped right out of there by the 6.
Cheryl needs to strike here to force Lynda Barnes to strike in the 10th frame.
Big shot here.
238 for Cheryl Daniels. Big finish. Lynda Barnes must strike on the first shot.
Well, I'll tell you that the TV averages for these two players are only 11 pins apart. Cheryl's average on this pair is 242. Lynda's is 253.
Sit, and it did.
She had to help that one a little bit because that was right. That was a straight arrow right at him. A little bit of extra adrenaline right there. Just about left a 7 pin.
Cheryl finishes up in 3rd place for 3,900.
An important match this was, because guess what match is next?
The championship match?
Yeah, but...
Well, yeah, we'll see. Well, Lynda Barnes squeaks out a win over Cheryl Daniels. We'll be right back in just a moment. Early and never looked back, defeating Barrette and Duggan 234 to 174 and 192. In match 2, Lynda Barnes threw 8 strikes in a row to end Cheryl Daniels' hope, 257 to 238. Here comes Michelle Feldman. It looks like she's decided to give it a go. She receives a standing ovation. We're going to take a look at her live. She is attempting to warm up. She has to be hesitant here. Looks like she can throw the ball. So coming up next, it will be Lynda Barnes against Michelle Feldman for the title. We're in Maplewood Lanes in Omaha, Nebraska, ready for the championship match. And yes, Michelle Feldman is going to bowl, but you see they were working on her thumb hole, taking out as much tape as possible, trying to open it up so she can fit her swollen thumb into the thumb hole. Oh, will she dare give her that hand to shake? I don't know.
Well, and it is swollen. There's some discoloration there. It's black and blue already.
Wow. Well, it's such a run she's having. What an unfortunate accident for Michelle Feldman. Lynda Barnes will start the match. 10-pin hit a couple times, but didn't go down. Lynda, a member of Brunswick Pro staff, as well as Turbo 2-in-1 staff. Lynda covering the spare. And Lisa, do you think this affects Lynda's approach to this game?
Back up, back up.
Well, as we're seeing right there, she just about went by the 10th pin. Yeah, it's definitely going to affect her because the attention right now is going to be on Michelle, and you know, she's got to be thinking, hey, I got to settle down and bowl my own game here. I can't be worrying about somebody else, however unfortunate it is.
Very gingerly putting that thumb into the thumb hole, but comes out much stronger. Oh, she is definitely in some pain, leaving a 2-8. And really ironic that, that these two players are bowling each other, because Michelle helped Lynda this week by writing a little note for her. And Lynda's been carrying it in her pocket.
That's right. Lynda considered it a little good luck note, and Michelle's one of the few players that calls Lynda Nori Barnes all the time, and she considered that good luck. She kept it with her. You know, on Michelle, I would like to be able to throw that much hook on my worst day.
Well, she's laughing a bit. Let's look at the other finishers. Liz Johnson having a good week. Kathy Dorn out in the truck doing all of our stats, and Lisa Wagner, the defending champ, finished up 19th.
Couple of Floridians there, Allison Almay and Kendra Cameron, 22nd, 23rd. Our alternate, Robin Masani, lost to Laura Moriarty in a roll-off for that 24th.
Well, Michelle has to be saying, just get through this, get through this. Back to the note Michelle wrote, she said, bowl good last game, Lynda Nori Barnes, before position round. And Lynda was in 6th, bowling Kim Terrell, her good friend and doubles partner, and defeated her to make the show. And so I wonder if Lynda's a little hesitant going, how aggressive should I be against Michelle?
I don't think that's entering her mind whatsoever. I think she says, hey, I got a real good opportunity at a title, and I'm going to take advantage of it any way I can. Well, it's just hard to put it out of your mind. You know, It's got to be throbbing.
Ooh, and a 4-pin coming up high a little bit. She's been high in a lot of her shots, but the pins are just pushing straight back.
Well, and then when she does go high, we see her get a little bit more aggressive, and the ball gets down the lane longer. So she's not having to move left and, decrease her angle to the pocket, and that's why she's been so successful so far.
Covers up her spare, and Lisa asked Lynda about her biggest accomplishment this week.
Well, I've grown up in the team play atmosphere, so this week I did a lot of things on my own. I've been working with Pat Henry and Chris Barnes. You might have heard of Chris Barnes before. And we've been practicing different things, and this week I had to do it all on my own. So I'm very proud of that.
Match all even, and that is an accomplishment. Chris Barnes is her husband. I know people like to say Lynda's Chris's wife, but she said, no, wait a minute, I'm still a bowler. I still have my identity. She leaves a 10-pin. Lisa, I think the biggest compliment for any coach is when a person can do it on their own without the coach there.
Right. Well, that definitely is a sign of good coach, because you know that coach is teaching them the right things. And without those right mechanics in your game, you're not going to go anywhere, especially out here on our tour, because the bowlers are so good.
She's doing the right things now. Oh, and look at that thumb. You can see the discoloration there.
Well, unfortunately, the only thing that Michelle can do is, you know, what I tell myself, take some more aspirin and bite your tongue for a while and just don't say anything and go do it and get it over with.
Those finishes for Michelle, tremendous in the last 7 weeks, including tonight.
Only 7 more frames.
Wow.
Well, you know, she doesn't look a lot different in a slow motion like that. You know, the revs are cut down a little bit because she just can't grab all of it like she normally does. Still looks pretty good, and she's hey, you know, you never know. It might be a good thing because she might not have to hook the ball so much like she's normally used to doing. You know, she may have a better angle.
She might. That's a good point. Ooh. Okay, I'll take the 9-pin.
Well, and you know, at home she has worked on going a lot straighter. So when she's at home working on going straighter, you know that she is taking some of her hand out of the ball then. So that feel, you know, is not totally foreign to her right now. The pain is foreign.
The pain, yeah. Well, I tell you, if any of you at home have ever hurt a finger in any way and tried to do anything, lift something light, let alone a 15 or 16-pound bowling ball and rev it up like that, oh my. It's a good thing she's young.
And she is. She's just a kid.
Lynda Barnes now stepping up in the 4th frame. She trails by 1 pin.
Come on, sit, carry it. Hit it.
Oh, and there's that same 4-pin that she left last time on lane 26. Lynda has her mother-in-law on hand for the show. Joy Barnes came in, as well as her best friend, Marcy Williams, and Chris's uncle, Glenn Basil, has been here all week. The PWBA Bowlers Club is back. To date, over 250 people have won money as part of the club. For $29.95, you receive a PWBA swivel clock, a semi-annual newsletter, an entry into a drawing for $100 every day, $200 on Fridays. This year, there'll be 2 big drawings of $5,000, one Christmas Day and the other just in time for tax day on April 1. Contact the PWBA office at 815-332-5756. Lynda Barnes throwing a big strike in the 5th frame. And we will be right back with the conclusion of this championship match. Don't go away. Match, she leads by 2. She is working on a spare. Can keep that lead at 2 pins with a strike here. The pins are dancing. They don't know she's in pain.
No, you know, she's probably having to put it out of her mind every shot she throws. I mean, look at that. It's just still a great shot. It didn't look much different than the last one, which is a good sign. She's not spraying it all over the lane.
Gary Feldman came in. He was here this week watching her bowl. That's Michelle's grandfather. He loves to watch her bowl. Big supporter.
That is Michelle's #1 fan.
She now leads by 12 pins through 6 frames. Lynda Barnes will be stepping up in the 6th.
It sure said, "That's my granddaughter." That's one proud grandfather right there. He's so nice.
Well, meanwhile, there's still a match going on, and Lynda has to focus on it as a match. Needs a strike here to cut it back to 2 pins.
Oh, carry it.
And there's a beautiful strike. Next week, the PWBA moves to 10:30 p.m. with the televised finals of the St. Clair Classic. Last year, Wendy McPherson won PWBA title number 15 at St. Clair Bowl in Fairview Heights, Illinois. Can she repeat? Find out Monday night, June 12th at 10:30 on ESPN2, the home of the best in professional bowling. Lynda Barnes in the 7th frame can take the lead with one more strike.
That was a great shot. Did you see that? As she stayed down on that shot, she did not get quick with her feet. She got through that perfect timing at the foul line.
Well, Michelle, pressure's on. needs to strike to take the lead back over her max score, 259. Strike here puts her in the lead by 2 pins. Oh. Wow.
So she got up there a little bit quicker that time. I think maybe not, you know, she's looking at it like, hey, I got a match here. I'm actually close in this match, and was leading by 2. She lost that just a little bit. Didn't quite get the rotation on it that she did before, and you saw the result in the back end of the lane. She got a good break by tripping out the 2. She hadn't shot at 10 pin, I don't think. I didn't see her. I don't think I saw her shoot one in practice either, and looked pretty easy though.
Well, it has to be difficult. I'm sure she's maybe squeezing a bit. She has the thumb hole opened up. You can see there, Lynda Barnes now in the lead by 9 pins. Michelle Feldman's going to have to start striking here in the 8th frame.
Well, Lynda is definitely lined up now, and she's. I think her game right now is going great right now. Her timing's good and knows that she can win here.
Big shot in the 8th frame for Michelle Feldman. Wow, Lynda Barnes.
This is a big shot.
Yeah, it is. She has all her friends and family at home rooting for her. I know she wanted to say hello to them. Wishes they could be here with her.
Cross, just something.
Oh, wow.
Move it around over there.
Heard her say, get something.
Yeah, looked like she was maybe distracted a little bit. Came up way high.
Yeah, her arm swing definitely got, you could see her, the follow-through was a little bit left of target. She got a good break by just leaving the 3-pin.
Yeah, 310 was up for a moment. 10-pin fell out. Lynda's looking over at the score, and there you see it. She leads by 8 pins.
Well, I'm not sure if anybody figured that this match would be as close as it is. Probably especially Lynda.
Yeah, we were really wondering if Michelle was even going to bowl.
Same thing. She did the same thing that frame. Yep. Set the ball short and got around it with her hand. The rotation was just a little bit too early, and that's going to send the ball left. You're going to see her hand. Watch her hand come around that ball. Look, right? See? It's already starting to come around. And that's going to send the ball left of target.
Spare.
Good spare, though.
Covers it up. Best Lynda Barnes could shoot would be 223. Michelle Feldman can shoot 238 should she strike out. If she strikes here in the 9th frame, she will take the lead again going into the 10th by 5 pins. And she's had bad luck tonight, but a little bit of good luck right there. 2-pin.
Oh, that was just about a repeat from the frame before on this lane. It looks good, and it's just gonna continue to the right, too far to the right. Oh, what a break that is. Set up a double.
She can't believe it.
Neither can we. I mean, she's got to be in so much pain.
She needs a strike here. Needs a strike, and she gets it. Big strike for Michelle Feldman. Gary Feldman holding up that T-shirt. Needs a big pin count here, and that's enough. Unbelievable. Michelle Feldman gets through.
Well, if she's not crying, from being happy that she's won another title. It's going to be from the pain.
And the question is, will she be able to continue to bowl next week? Gary Feldman also crying. What a finish by Michelle Feldman, aided by a little help from above, tripping that 2-pin.
Standing ovation in Omaha for Michelle Feldman.
She can't believe it. Saw her look up earlier and say, thank you, God, when she tripped that 2-pin.
Oh, that was definitely the pivotal frame.
See the discoloration. Tears of joy and pain, as you mentioned, for Michelle Feldman. Lynda bowling a great tournament this week.
Well, and you know, and Lynda's she's such a nice person. She's a good sport. She was applauding Michelle Feldman as Michelle was winning and beating her. She was sitting in the chair applauding her. And Lynda's a great champion herself.
Finishes up with a big strike for 212. But Michelle Feldman is the champion here at the Omaha Open in 2000. Stay with us. We're going to get a chance to talk with her and see how it felt. Finals of the Omaha Open are being brought to you by the Women's International Bowling Congress, striving for 85 years to identify and fulfill the needs of women bowlers. And by MasterCard. There are some things in life money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. There is your champion of the Omaha Open, Michelle Feldman. Final score, 238 to 212. And coming on in to present a beautiful trophy is John Badiato, proprietor here at Maplewood Lanes.
Hey, Michelle, I'm going to present you this lovely crystal bowl. You're a real champion, and you're just so great, and we will be sure to put you in our Hall of Fame again.
And I know you have something else for her, John, right?
And Michelle, here's a check for $11,000 for this tournament.
And you earned every penny of it.
I would like to thank Tom Kelly and Ted Bear for sponsoring the tournament, and John and everybody at the staff here at Maplewood Lanes, and everybody for cheering for me and pulling for me. And I know I spilled in front of everybody, and I'm sure I look kind of funny, but I just want to say that I'm thankful and I'm having a great year, and I can't even put it into words. I can't.
Well, maybe someone else can for you. So Lisa Wagner will bring in Gary Feldman, your grandfather, and I'm sure he has some words.
I'd just like to thank everybody here at Maplewood Lanes. The fans are fantastic. The help here is fantastic. I want to thank all the girls on the PWBA tour. They've been great to us since we've been out here. Thank you.
Lisa, you have a question for Michelle?
Oh, absolutely. I think absolutely everybody wants to know, how did you block out the pain? Because we all knew you were in a lot of pain.
I couldn't block it out, but it was very hard for me to put my thumb into the ball because it swelled about 3 sizes within the 15 minutes I walked over to the practice pair, and I just wanted to win really bad, and I wanted to block it out, and I don't know. I guess I'm a strong person.
Well, you are. As we're watching you putting your hand into that ball, you're a very strong person. Were you just thinking win, or what were you thinking? I know Lynda's a good friend of yours, too.
I was definitely thinking win. I was more of thinking of please don't come around it because I can't hold on to it. And every time that I did miss, I didn't hit the pocket. And that one in the 9th frame, I mean, it was all coming my way. And I can only thank God, and I can only thank everybody that's been supportive of me, and my grandparents and everybody at home and everybody out here that stays behind me and gives me encouragement every week.
Lisa?
Michelle, I've asked you before. This is 2 wins in 3 weeks. Have your goals for this year changed?
Absolutely. I would definitely go for Player of the Year. It would be nice. I'd like to win 3 tournaments. So we have 17 left. I could win 5 or 6. You never know.
Hey, you never know. We'll see how that thumb goes. Michelle Feldman, again, the champion here at the Omaha Open. She's the 6th champion in 7 years and her 2nd title this year. Tune in next Monday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern to catch the finals of the St. Clair Classic from Fairview Heights, Illinois. That's 10:30 Eastern on ESPN2. For Lisa Wagner, I'm Jan Schmidt. We hope you enjoyed the show. So long from Maplewood Lanes in Omaha, Nebraska. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com, part of the Go Network. Go.com.